Hi, this is Tammy with Impressors Extraordinaire, and I am coming to you today with a project that I have fallen in love with. I just love the colors, the stamp set, and everything else that goes along with it. So I thought I'd share that with you today. All right, let me get set up, and here we go. This is my card that I'll be sharing with you today. And I'm using the color Just Jade, which is one of the new in colors that came out in June. And I'm also using the basic white cardstock that I stamped my bird image on. Isn't he too cute? Oh my gosh, I just love him. I'm also using some designer paper. Now this paper is available during our cool time called Sale Abration with Stampin' Up. And this happens to be the Flower and Field designer paper. You can get it free with a qualifying order. I'm also using, well, I think that's it as far as colors. Oh, no, wait. We do have the Bumblebee cardstock also that I've cut my happy birthday out with. And if you'll notice, I have 3 happy birthdays. These 2 have no bling. And then I'm not sure how well the video is picking it up, but I've also got this blingy piece here. Move that closer to the camera so you can see it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll get this card put together with you, and then if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me, and I will get back to you. So here are the components. I've got the card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I'll fold that for you. I normally use my bone folder, as you well know. It's sitting across the room, so I'm just going to burnish it with my fingers. I have taken a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 of the Just Jade, and I have run it through my embossing machine, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, with the Subtles embossing folder. So I will glue that now to the front of my card using the multi-purpose glue. It allows you time to readjust if you don't get it on there exactly the way that you wanted to the first time. And then I've got this piece of that glue over there. So I've got my piece of my designer paper, the Flower and Field. I'm going to adhere it to the upper left corner of my card front. And this is a pretty easy card to put together, but I just think it's really, really cute with this stamp set that I'm using. The stamp set is Hey Birthday Chick, and it's available in our new Spring Mini that came out this month. And in the catalog, it does not have a die set that it coordinates with. But guess what? On February 2nd through June 30th, I believe it is, you are going to be able to purchase not only the stamp set, the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, which is this set, but you'll also be able to purchase the dies. Now, if you've already purchased the stamp set, but you want the dies, they can be purchased separately, but if you don't have either, you can purchase the bundle. So just check it out on my store, tammyrundle.stampinup.net, and order those starting February 2nd. Now, I don't know if you recognize some of those chickens in that stamp set. But in 2017, during Sale Abration, the Hey Chick stamp set came to be. And guess what about that too? I know, a couple of guess whats, right? So you can actually purchase dies for this too, starting February 2nd. So then, no more fussy cutting. Yay! Don't mind fussy cutting sometimes, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood. And I love dies. I love, love, love dies. So February 2nd, head to my store and order your bundles. All right, so back to the card. Once you've done that, you will want to take your 2.5 by 3.5 inch piece of, used to be Whisper White, now it's Basic White, and you're going to want to stamp your bird. And I am using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Make sure I've got enough ink on there. And I'm going to basically place this crazy chicken right in the middle. So cute. I love his hair. Are those feathers or hair? I don't know. So I'm going to step away from the camera for a moment, and I'm going to run this piece through with the Subtles embossing folder, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So here's this piece. And then I want to get my Stampin' Blends and go ahead and color this chicken for you. So I've got Pool Party, and I've got Just Jade, Flirty Flamingo, and Mango Melody. And I'm using the combos of all of these, and then I also have the Smoky Slate, and I'll just use it for some shading, so we can ground him so he doesn't look like he's just floating there. All right, so I always use the fine tip when I color my small images, and I'm going to color his face and his body with the Pool Party. On his tail too, because that's what I do. All right. And then come in with the dark Pool Party. Get him some shadowing. Let's put shadowing underneath the wing. Where these little feathery things are hanging out. Down on the bottom here. And then come back in with the light and kind of blend those together. And then with the Just Jade light, let's color his feathers. You don't have to be real neat. You can be however you want to be. And then come in with your dark. Here and there, just to add some dimension to your project. And then for his legs and his feet, I use the Mango Melody. You guys have blends? They're a really neat tool to use. Let's color his beak that color too. And how about the flame on the candle? And then we'll do the cupcake holder. That's with that Flirty Flamingo. Light first, then dark. Let's color the candle too. Then come in with the smoky slate, little crumbs, and then let's ground him. Add some shadow under his feet. Do the same thing with the cupcake. Just a little bit of a way to make it so he doesn't look like he's just floating in the air. And then I have the Wink of Stella pen because I want to add some bling to his feathers. Maybe a little to the flame too. Wink of Stella is like, you know, some people don't like glitter, although I am going to glitter up this card a little bit. But the Wink of Stella, you get the sparkly shimmer without all of the, some people call it Christmas herpes from the glitter. But I kind of like, you know, I don't mind glitter being on my face and my hair. It's kind of cool. So I'm not sure if the camera is picking that up, but we have glimmer on the bird. All right. And then this piece is going to get mounted on my card base using dimensionals. And dimensionals are foam stickies. And use plenty of them. The more the merrier. All right, get the backing off of this. Lay this right about. Let me move these pens out of the way so I can get up in my camera. I have an issue with trying to stamp off the camera for some reason. All right, there we go. Now, I can put my happy birthdays on. I'm going to put one here and one down here, but I also want to put one here and I want to add some bling to it so that it looks like that. So I'm going to do that for you next. So let me get this cleared off and show you how I did that. Do you guys remember a couple, 3 years ago, we had a thing called heat and stick powder. And then for some reason it went away. But basically the heat and stick powder is used when you want to stick something to your card that isn't normally sticky. So this is how it works. I'm going to put down a piece of copy paper. That's how I usually do my embossing. And this is basically like the embossing process. And then I'll take my little happy birthday. This is one of the dies that you'll get with the Hey Birthday Chick bundle. It's really cute. And then you're going to take your Versamark ink. And you're just going to completely coat this. You want a really good layer of the clear sticky Versamark ink on there. And carefully taking it off of there because you don't really want to remove any of that ink. You're going to take your heat and stick powder and pour it on here. Really get it on there good. I'm going to then set this aside for now. Bring my heat tool in. Let's see if I can add a little bit more back on because my fingers took that off. And I really want it all to be sticky so that it picks up the bling from the glitter. and then try to secure it so that it doesn't fly away when I turn my heat tool on. And I apologize if this is loud, but I want to show you what happens when I do this. And I'm going to zoom in, I think, a little bit. Let's see, so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, here we go. There are 2 speeds on your heat tool, and I have turned mine on the highest heat. If you were using this with window sheets or a plastic of any kind that you don't want to melt, then you would use the lower setting. All right, so I've melted the heat stick powder, and then I'm going to take my glitter, and I'm going to keep the no on this. All right, and then move your glitter out of the way, and let me unzoom so you can see what I'm doing. That's the wrong way, Tammy. All right. And then take your heat tool again and set that glitter into the heat and stick powder. And then I'm going to set it aside and let that cool off while I adhere all of my happy birthdays to my project. Come on. All right. Bring this back in. And I've got my happy birthdays, and I'll put one here, one over here. And I'm going to put the glue where it's going to be sticking to the basic white cardstock. Just need a little. And you find that you squeeze out more than you need, just kind of spread that around with the tip of your glue bottle. It doesn't take a lot of this stuff because it's a very good adhesive. All right, so this goes here. Let's put some in the middle of this one. There are lots of different ways that you can adhere small pieces like this, but this is one of my favorite ways to do it. Oh, why did I close that? I want to adhere this now. All right, so let's put that on there. And we're just about done with this card. Like I said, it's a simple card, but it packs some wow. And I just absolutely love these chickens. They are so cute. Back in the day, in 2017, the Hey Chick stamp set was uber popular. It is so cute. And I think he was my favorite. I made so many projects with him, but there are some other cute chicks too. All right. The last thing that we need to do is take the blue adhesive back gems, and there are 2 different shades, the darker and the lighter. And then with my take your pick tool, the end that has the little, I don't know what it is, goo stuff on it, it helps you pick things up. I'm just going to, I don't think I want big ones. Let's do little ones. I am going to stick some little gems onto my white cardstock to finish this card off. here. How about one over here? Okay. All right. So this is my card for you. I've had a lot of fun designing this card and making this card. And I know that I'm going to make so many more projects with this stamp set. And again, with the Hey Chick stamp set. It's just a really cool set for pretty much every occasion. And the first thing that I thought of when I saw it back in the day in 2017 was Easter. But obviously, it's a birthday card too. Oh, and you know what I need to do? I need to add something to the middle. So I've got another piece of the basic white, and I've got my Just Jade ink, and I am going to add some stamps to the inside too. So how about, let's celebrate you. And we've got a little chick here. And we've got a bigger funny chick here. So cute. So cute. Isn't she cute? Or he? Whatever you want that chick to be. Right. And again, take your multi-purpose liquid glue. And stick it on there. Stick it on there. And voila, you have a birthday card. All right. Thank you very much for stopping in to watch my video. Comment below if you like what you saw, or if you have some suggestions, let me know. Always happy to learn new things from you guys. And I will talk to you in the next video. Adios.